The Exorcism of Emily Rose is loosely based on Anna Elisabeth. Anneliese Michel was a German woman who underwent 67 Catholic exorcism rites during the year before her death. She died of malnutrition, for which her parents and priest were convicted of negligent homicide. The Exorcism of Emily Rose felt more like the court case of Emily Rose. The courtroom drama bogged down the horror aspect of the movie and left us in a questionable state. Is this movie worth your time? In this video, I will be giving you my spoiler-free review of The Exorcism of Emily Rose. So if you are interested in reviews of movies like The Exorcism of Emily Rose, please give us a like rating and support us by subscribing to our channel. So after the death of Emily Rose during an exorcism, Father Murray is booked under negligible homicide. If Emily died because of exorcism, Father Murray will be sentenced to prison. One of the biggest problems with this movie is that it is more focused on courtroom drama. We get to know about Emily only through the flashback in court during the trial. As this movie spends too much time in the courtroom, as a result we do not get to spend time with Emily. We don't know what kind of a person she was, what her childhood was like, what her hobbies were, what kind of family she did grow up with, who her friends were. As a consequence of which, we never feel emotionally attached to her. It would have been better if this movie concentrated on Emily and her family. What they felt when Emily was struggling. This could have been a lot better movie if it was told from Emily's family's perspective. What the younger sisters felt about what was happening to Emily, the parents' reaction, and what her class fellows in college felt about her. Because the movie hardly spends any time with Emily, so when the horror starts, we hardly care about her. And because we don't care for her, we are not scared for her when she is struggling. It's like we are watching this tragedy from a distance. Yes, there are scenes of horror, but they are in bits and pieces. They never reach their full potential. The dorm scene where she felt the presence for the first time, then the sobbing on the phone, or that scene where her boyfriend wakes up in the middle of the night only to witness Emily all twisted up in the corner staring right at him. Or finally the exorcism scene. Yes, they are a bit scary, but they never reach their full potential because we do not see them in a single flow. It comes through the courtroom flashbacks. With exorcism in the title, don't you think the movie should have focused on exorcism instead of courtroom drama? This movie tried to make the audience part of the jury, leaving the fact if it was a real possession or not completely up to you. However, you can see the bias in Scott Derickson approach. To me, it felt like he has already made up his mind that it was a real possession. That's why he was so keen on showing that Laura Linney also felt some evil presence during that night, where she breaks the glass in the kitchen by accident, that doctor accident right before the testament, and that locket with ECB initials. If it wasn't based on a true story, I wouldn't have complained about it. But your film opens with a statement that it's based on a true story and you are showing that the lawyer felt the presence. It's like you are supporting superstition. The doctor dies right before the testament. How convenient. One thing I liked is that they tried to explain possession through scientific approach. That was refreshing. It's something that we hardly see in any horror movie. Well, I have to say that this movie is somehow intriguing in the way it is presented. I mean, when the movie opens, we understand that some girl has died during an exorcism and Father Murray is booked under negligible homicide. Yet there is a mystery behind who is this girl, because who is Emily is not revealed to us. The first time we saw her is in her photograph during the trial. She looks beautiful and the realization that she is dead breaks our heart. In the end, I do feel sorry for her. If she had gotten proper care and hospitalization, she might have lived. Even though the performance of Jennifer Carpenter is incredible, she has given such a physical performance. I mean, the way she has twisted her body, it's incredible. She is the highlight of this movie. If one thing that I will remember from this movie, it will be Jennifer Carpenter's performance. I even enjoyed the arguments between the lawyers, portrayed by Laura Linney and Campbell Scott. I would have loved this film if it was the court case of Emily Rose, in which there were some elements of horror. This could have been a film of a decade if they had done the proper research and made it properly without any bias. If they had focused on Emily Rose's life, I would have given this film a better score. One brighter thing to note is that this film does have some great performances in a mix of all. So this was my spoiler-free review of The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I am giving a rating of 5 out of 10. But to those who have already seen, what do you think of this horror movie? And do you agree with the points I have raised? It's all subjective and I appreciate the range of reaction and reviews you guys give. So let me know down below in the comment section alongside the things that stood out with your first impressions. For more videos surrounding the horror genre, subscribe to our channel and turn on your notification. Also, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like rating. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.